How to effectively communicate with a prospect when selling them something. If you sell anything, and that's in person or over the phone, you need these 3 tips that I'm about to share with you, simple and straightforward. For the purpose of this video, I'm gonna act as an investor relations associate, someone trying to sell someone an investment, because that's what I used to do. I used to make over 100 calls a day for 2 years. But if you're in any other type of sales, these are gonna work for you too. These are the exact sales tactics that I learned from a billionaire who taught me every single day. Number 1, the most important thing in sales is to ask your prospect questions. You have to start every sales conversation with questions as the salesperson. So for example, when we used to call people, we say, hey, this is XXX, right? And they're like, yeah, I'm definitely interested in investing. So it would start off like this. Hey, John, how liquid are you, right? Our minimum investment was $100,000. So if this prospect said, I only had $10,000, we knew right away we can save my time and the prospect's time, say, hey, you just don't have enough money to invest. So you've got to ask questions like, how liquid are you? Or if you're buying a car, what type of car are you looking for? What are you driving now? When you start asking your customer questions, you better be ready with a pen and paper and take down notes and write down exactly what they're saying, because you can take those answers and use them later on to close the prospect on the sale. So now after you ask the questions, this goes right into number 2, which is one of the biggest mistakes that salespeople make, which they don't do, is they don't listen. You need to listen very carefully when the customer is talking and don't interrupt them. People love to hear themselves talk. People love to talk about themselves. It's just human nature. And when I say listen, it's not just sitting there with an open ear. It's actually listening to what the customer is saying. So if someone's saying, yeah, I'm really interested in investing in real estate. I've had some problems before, really never had some success. That is where you listen to what they're saying, take down notes, and ask more questions to dive deeper. At my old job, I had a guy who was making over $1 million a year. And I asked him, I said, hey, Mike, what is the number 1 tip you can give me that has made you so successful? And he goes, dude, literally all you got to do is sit there on the phone and listen to what the customer is saying. And as they're talking, say, yep, I'm with you. Dude, completely understand. I got you. I got that. Yep, I'm writing that down, right? You just really want to actually listen and make the prospect feel like you're a friend. You're actually someone they can talk to very easily. And that's going to make you a much better salesman. You're not going to come across as, hey, this is Ryan from Honda. Can I get you in this new car here? Like that's going to go away when you actually listen to your prospect. And this transitions perfectly into number 3, which is understand your customer. That is beautiful handwriting, but number 3, you gotta listen and then actually understand where the customer is coming from. Put yourself in their shoes. So if someone says, yeah, Ryan, I just don't know how I feel about investing in real estate. I got burned before. I lost money on an investment deal. These people were crooks. You really gotta hop into that prospect's shoes and say, man, I completely understand where you're coming from. Like if that was me, I would never want to invest in real estate again. And how you combat that is you come from a point of agreement and understanding. And you're like, hey, what is it gonna take to make this guy actually want to invest with us or buy our product? How can I make him feel good about the purchase he's gonna make? And the more you can understand and relate to that customer, the better off you're gonna have and the better chances of closing the sale you're gonna have. And I know I said I was gonna go over 3, but let me throw this last one in. Number 4, and probably super important, you always gotta agree with the customer. So if the customer says, hey man, I just don't like real estate, I'm not interested in investing in real estate or anything along those lines, you gotta always agree with the customer. Because when you agree, you're pulling the objection towards you, you're not pushing it away. So if the customer said, hey, I don't like investing in real estate, and you go at them head to head, you punch the objection, you say, well, man, what is wrong with you? Like everyone likes real estate. You're punching that conversation is gonna go nowhere. But if you pull that forward, you ask them a question like, hey man, I agree with you and I understand where you're coming from, but like, why don't you like real estate? Ask the question, and then it goes back to listening, and then it goes back to understanding, and then agreeing with their answer. And that is how you try and flip the situation and getting them to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You want to get them to see the light, right? That is the whole goal. And that's going to transition into closing the prospect. This was just a quick video on how to effectively communicate with your prospect. I use these things every day. I used them for 2 years and they completely changed how I look at sales. You got to look at it more as, hey, you don't got to be scared. You just got to have fun with it. You got to act like a normal person. Don't be so uptight. Be kind of loose, be funny. And that's going to take your sales game and your communication skills to your prospect to a whole nother level. Now, if this video was of interest to you, I'm sure you're gonna go love this video. Go watch this video and check out more things I learned about working for this billionaire. It is right here. So hope you guys got some value out of this video. Like and subscribe. I drop videos every single week, even a few times a week. So subscribe here, go watch this video, do all the YouTube BS, and I'll see you guys on the next. Peace.